Samuel Ekpa has become a menace to this country. Finland is having a freeway encouraging him to do what he's doing. By his utterances and his actions, is affecting what is happening in Nigeria.
Another one don't happen again. So the National Assembly invited all Nigerian security chiefs to come and give updates, to come and give them information about how and what they have been doing to combat insecurity in the country. And in attendance there was the Chief of Nigerian Air Force was there, Chief of Naval Staff was there, Chief of Army Staff was there, even the IG of Police, like all the security chiefs were in attendance to that meeting, and they were in the National Assembly. So all of them were giving all their opinions. But what caught my attention was the Chief of Defense Staff that says that Simon Ekpa should be extradited to Nigeria, just like the same way they did to Nnamdi Kanu. And I ask myself again, the one they did to Nnamdi Kanu, how have it improved the security of this country that they are requesting for Simon Ekpa to be extradited as well? See, until this country came to understand that all these things we are fighting for, fighting Nnamdi Kanu, fighting Simon Ekpa, this and that, all these things will never improve security of this country. Yes, I have looked around. I have checked countries that are facing insecurities, and I discovered that these countries have many things in common. And number one of these things are unemployment and hardship. Yes, when people are not working, there is this saying that says that an idle man is a devil's workshop. When people are not working, when people are not engaging themselves in legal activities, definitely they will start engaging themselves in an illegal activities. That is what we are seeing today in Nigeria. A doctor who is going to work and is being paid well, a doctor who is earning comfortably, who is earning money that can enable him to pay his house rent, enable him to feed his family, enable him to take care of his children, that kind of doctor will not think of committing any crime. The same thing goes to nurse, the same thing goes to engineers, the same thing goes to people who are doing business. It is only when people are struggling and finding it hard to eat, only when people who have graduated are not seeing work to do, this is when you will see insecurity happening everywhere. Our government should start providing jobs for us. Those who are working, they should start paying them comfortably. When these things are being done now, you will see the insecurity of this country will go down drastically. Another factor again that is engineering the insecurity we are seeing today in Nigeria is intolerance of religious and tribal beliefs. Yes, we are not tolerating ourselves as a people. That is why today you see the Yoruba will fight Igbos, the Hausa will fight Igbos, Igbos will fight this. You will see all manner of fighting going on among us. And it is our religious leaders that are manipulating and engineering all these things you are seeing. If these things are not tackled, if we don't learn how to accommodate ourselves as one people, insecurity in this country will not decrease. Another factor again is poor leadership, yes, and poor governance. Our leaders, what are they doing? What are they doing? How have they been able to help the life of poor masses? What are they doing? Arresting Simon Ekpa or kidnapping him or extraditing him will still not help this country. It will still not help the insecurity. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Now watch the video and see what they are saying.
Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa, says the activities of Finland-based agitator Simon Ekpa are hampering security efforts in the southeast. He spoke alongside other service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, at the kickoff of sectoral debates in the House of Representatives. National Assembly correspondent Joki Adisa has more.
Security is one of the 8 focal points of the recently unveiled legislative agenda by the Speaker, 10th House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin. Service chiefs led by the Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa, with the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, arrived the chamber to brief legislators on their activities. The Speaker says the sectoral debate becomes necessary to enhance the nation's security.
Over the last few years, we have made significant progress in tackling insecurity through improved investment by the federal government and the gallantry.
The security chiefs take turn to intimate lawmakers of their activities while they seek Parliament's support in all ways possible. They say insurgency is on the decline in the aftermath of counter forces action, just as no Nigerian territory is under the control of terrorists. Nigeria, they say, is now a pirate-free country, but insist budgetary allocations cannot fund security operations. The activities of his self-acclaimed agitator, Simon Ekpa, are also a stumbling block to security efforts in the southeast region.
Samuel Ekpa has become a menace to this country. Finland is having a free way, encouraging him to do what he's doing. By his utterances and his actions, is affecting what is happening in Nigeria.
Our strategy as an army is the deployment of forces in each of the 6 geopolitical zones to conduct operations to combat the security threats.
There is no navy that can function without adequate resources. We are doing our best within the available resources, but we continue to seek your intervention and your support.
Estimative intelligence demanded greater unity of ongoing kinetic efforts towards containing the activities of the separatist groups.
The manpower in the police today is grossly inadequate. Even the criminals know that.
Inadequate funding, lack of requisite training, shortage of manpower, logistics and accommodation are some of the challenges they identified. The security chiefs want education and sensitization programs for the people as they advocate public support in the fight against insecurity. They want citizens to see security as everyone's business and not the exclusive preserve of security agents.
For the final plenary session of the week, the House of Representatives has scheduled a sectoral debate, beginning with the security sector. This is the idea of the lower chamber to address challenges confronting the various sectors of the country, with the intent to reach implementable solutions. The order paper for Thursday is made light to accommodate the debate, as the representatives of the service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police are led into the chamber. A constitutional point of order is, however, raised by the Deputy Speaker, who appears displeased that the security heads did not show up in person.
The House has extended invitation to the heads of the security agencies, not for the purposes of investigation, but for dialogue and explanation of the things around that space. I want to pray that we don't break this sacred tradition of our house, lest we be taken for granted. I therefore move that this sectoral engagement be suspended until they come to address us, take our questions, explain certain things to us.
Members of the House support his motion.
And I mean, those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Our dear brothers, you have heard from the House in an emphatic manner that this House does not encourage, does not accept representation, particularly at this high-level engagement. We thank you for coming. Please convey our message to your service chiefs that we understand the tight schedules they have, and we are willing to make an adjustment to reschedule this engagement to Tuesday next week for them to appear in person.
Lawmakers are concerned that the service chiefs had honored their invitations for confirmation of their appointments and supplementary budget defense just a few weeks ago, and wonder why an invitation to address the country's security situation would be treated with levity.